they are longer. So we shall be moving step by step. So today we are basically going to look at the types of feathers. After discussing the types of feathers, we shall be able to discuss the purposes of those feathers, or rather the functions of the feathers. After discussing the functions of feathers, we shall also look at the differences between a cock and a hen. It is so interesting that most of us know what a hen is, and yeah, we know what a cock is. So it is so interesting. Everybody is going to have ideas here. You know how a hen looks like, and also you know how a cock looks like. And then later we shall be discussing the types of chicken. The types of chicken. We shall get to know which are these types of chicken. And then briefly, we shall have some activity that we shall be discussing. So without wasting much of our time, let's move straight away to what we intend to look at today, and that is the types of feathers. So this work continues from where we stopped last time, from exactly where we stopped last time. Last time, we looked at the uses, we stopped from the uses of feathers. That's where we stopped. Now today, we want to look at the types of feathers. Types of feathers. So briefly, can I have people tell us these types of feathers? If possible, not even if possible, please write your answer in the chat, and then I shall be able to read it. Write your answer in the chat. Types of feathers. Just use the chat and write your answer there. Though some people have raised their hands already, I saw Lynette, I saw good luck. Thank you, but write your answer in the chat. We are looking at the types of feathers. Why we write in the chat, it's because we want to see everyone, at least should try to give the answer. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Abigail. The answer is correct.
Yes. Are you sure?
Yes, we have start. Has also got correctly. Thank you. Good luck. Said has also given his. Thank you. Vanessa, correct. Odwin's, yeah, Odwin. The answer is correct. Though you've written it, joining it like that. If you join it like that, it may not be right. And then Katasi Eliana has said that one not really. For Katasi, it's really not correct. Rihanna, it's correct. Adrian, the answer is correct. And then we also have Stacy. Stacy has also given a correct one. So thank you so much. So we are going to base on what you guys have given. Everybody has been able to, most of you have been able to give correct answers. Though I was not reading your answers because other people were still typing there. So you could be having the same answer. So when you look at the types of feathers, these are categorized into 4 different categories. 4 different categories, which we are going to look at now. And then the first one that I noted here is the quill feathers. So these quill feathers are also called flight feathers. They are also called flight feathers. The quill feathers are also called the flight feathers. So sometimes they can ask you why the quill feathers are regarded as the flight feathers. the spelling of flight is there, though the word feather is that is not. Oh no. Okay. So we have the quill feathers. So we say that the quill feathers are also called the flight feathers. The reason why we call them flight feathers, it's because we use, or other birds use them for flying. If they ask you, what is the use of the flight feathers? Simply say, for flying. As simple as that. And then, where are these flight feathers found? Where are they found? In which part of the bird's body are the flight feathers found? Yes, Salome.
On the wings and the tail.
Very good. So these quill feathers are found on the wings and the tail. As simple as that. So the quill feathers are found on the wings and the tail. So the other type of feathers that you guys were able to mention was this, and that the down feathers. We have down feathers. Down feathers. Some people may ask you questions that, what are these down feathers? So how do I know that these ones are down feathers? How do I know that this one is, these ones are down feathers? Yes, Daniel.
Flight feathers.
Oh, okay. Daniel is still giving us another type of feathers. I thought you wanted to explain for us what down feathers are. So we already finished identifying the types of feathers. Thank you. So let's move on. I will want to give some light on the down feathers. So how do I know that these ones are down feathers? So for the case of down feathers, these are very soft, very small, and very soft, like wool. Like wool. Very small, very soft, just like wool. Very small. So those small, soft feathers are the ones we call down feathers. The ones we call the down feathers. Then the other type of feathers is this. We also have the covert feathers. So these covert feathers are also called body feathers. So it is upon you to fall in love with one. If you decide to say that body feathers, it's correct. If you say covert feathers, it's correct. So it's upon you to choose one that you can write. So covert is the same as saying body feathers. Is the same as saying body feathers. So remember when we started, I told you that these feathers are classified into 4 types. And that is the flight feathers, the down feathers, the covert feathers or body feathers. And then lastly, this one, nobody wrote it in the chart. The one that I'm going to put it here. Nobody wrote it in the chart. It was so surprising. I don't know why. And this is, and that is the one. And that is the one.
Fallopian feathers.
The fallopian feathers. It was so surprising that none of you was able to write that one in the chat. Sorry?
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Is the other name hair feathers?
Hair feathers?
Yes.
Yes, over the fallopian?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Another name to mean those who do not want to say fallopian feathers, you can simply say the hair feathers. But why we use the hair feathers? For those children who are still very young, But now those who are in P5 like you, we expect you to be scientific and say fallopian feathers. Fallopian feathers. But that one, that hair there caters for P1, P2 children. Then those who are in P5 say fallopian feathers. So it is very important for you to know that. Very, very important. So these are the types of feathers. They are 4. And we also need to know, yesterday, or rather last week, we looked at the uses, general uses of feathers. We looked at them and we are not going to repeat them, but still we are going to look at the purpose of these feathers one by one. Take, for example, the quill feathers. Can we give the use of the quill feathers by typing in the chat? When we type it, it gives us, most of us can participate. Can we type the use of quill feathers in the chat? What is the use of the quill feathers in the chat?
Offline.
Please type it in the chat. Yes, Buinza has given it correctly. Joshua, thank you. The answer is correct. Eliana, thank you. The answer is correct. Nasha, correct. Lynette, correct. Good luck, correct. Abigail also got it right. So thank you so much, everyone. Most of you who have given have got it very, very correctly. Austin, thank you. Patricia, thank you. Stacy, thank you. This is a wonderful class. Stout, thank you. The answer is correct. Mercy, Sydney, Lina, everyone has got it right. So in case they ask you to give the uses of these feathers, especially quill feathers or flight feathers, simply say these are used for flying. Daniel and Sarah also got it right. So thank you so much for that. Let's move on to the down feathers. What is the use of the down feathers? Continue typing it here. I'll be able to see and appreciate you. The down feathers. The down feathers. Kyle said they are sorry. It's good you've reached. The down feathers are used for warmth, correct? The other, Joshua also has got it right. Abigail also right, and the other people that I have not read their names. Eliana also got it right. Daniel got it right. So thank you. There are very many people, and almost everyone has given their answer. Adrian, Vanessa, thank you. Rihanna, thank you. And the way you write, I wish if even in the books, you could write properly like that, correct spellings. But the bad thing with the children, when they give you examination, you write their wrong spellings. But right now, I see here very correct spellings. I think this is an exceptional class because everybody looks to be very, very wonderful. And then what about the covert feathers? Covert feathers or body feathers. What is the use of the body feathers? What is the use of the body feathers? So you realize that the body feathers almost have the same function, same use with the down feathers. You realize that the down feathers almost have the same function with the body feathers. As simple as that. They have the same function, almost. Same function. Because for the case of the body feathers, these ones cover the body. They cover the body of the bird. And so if they are covering the body, they give the bird the shape, and also they keep the bird's body warm, which most of us have already talked about. The same thing with the down feathers. These ones also provide the bird with warmth. As simple as that. So let's take a look at these purposes, at least one by one. We have the purpose of the above feathers. The first one is the quill feathers. We have said they're used for flight. If you don't want to say flight, you can simply say they are used for flying. And then it is correct. So let's move on to the next. We already talked about this. The body feathers. We said these keep the body, rather the bird's body, warm, to keep the bird warm. The down feathers, they help in insulating the bird. Some people will say, what is insulating? In primary 5, we are going to look at, we shall look at heat energy. That is term 2. We shall look at heat energy, and under heat energy, we shall look at conductors and insulators. Conductors are materials which allow heat to pass through them easily, while insulators do not allow heat to pass through them. So by us saying that these ones are insulators, they help in insulating the bird. It means that they help to prevent heat loss from the bird's body. The down feathers prevent heat loss from the bird's body. So by preventing heat loss from the bird's body, it means that these down feathers keep the bird's body warm, or keep the bird warm. As simple as that. As simple as that. So by saying they help in insulating the bird, there is no difference. It's the same as saying they help in keeping the bird warm. It is the same, so don't get confused there. If you cannot write this word insulating, please use the word warm. They help to keep the bird warm. It is the same. Insulators do not allow heat to pass through them. So it means they will keep the heat in the bird's body. So that is the use of the down feathers. As simple as that. And then the other one is this. Even this one, the same. These ones, someone can, and they will draw for you this. Sometimes they can ask you to draw. Or even the other, the quill feather. The quill feather, they always like asking you to draw. They will ask you to draw, and then they ask you to name, and so on and so on. But we shall also draw with the time. We shall have time to draw at the diagram, and then we shall be able to answer different questions. And then also this one, the fallopian feathers, they will ask you to draw in your examination. They will say, draw the fallopian feather. This one is just hairy, very small, very hairy. And then it is just hairy, just hairy. It is just hairy. Very, just like a stick, very small, very, very small. But then on top, in its head, it is hairy. So that is that. It is hairy. So that one is hairy just. And then the quill feather, we shall have time, and then we shall draw it with the time. So these are the uses of these different types of feathers. As simple as that. But the commonly asked one is the quill feathers. We always examine it so much. What is the use of the quill feathers? like that. And then you can simply say, quill feathers are used for flying. The only trick here is the spelling the word quill. Some of you do not spell it properly. And you know very well that when you don't spell it very well, you can fail. You can be marked wrong. For us, we don't mark wrong spellings, correct? So let's move on to another thing. This is where we are going to now give very many answers again. Because we know the next thing that we are going to discuss is the differences between a hen and a cock. That's what we need to talk about. For those of you who have not, I see some are seriously copying. But still, you can have another time for that. Differences between a hen and a cock. Differences between a hen and a cock. These ones are many. They are many. Very, very many. I want you to give us, to write that in the chat. Be able to write it in the chat, and then I will be able to see what you have written. The difference is what you know. Any difference you know between a hen and a cock. Good luck has said a hen is smaller than a cock. And that's true. Is correct. Other people can also give theirs. Joanna has not completed hers. Daniel, a cock has a spur, but a hen does not have. A hen has, but it is too small. So you'll say, Vanessa also has given, correct? Abigail, correct? Njoki, Jeremiah, correct? Adrian. Adrian has also given us. Oh yeah, Adrian is correct. Lynette is correct. Thank you. Shalom. Thank you. The answer is correct. We are looking at differences between a cock and a hen. Ngwiza, correct. Abigail, correct. Rihanna has given just a cock is big. You need to complete. If you're giving a difference, you must be able to give the comparison. While this, Sydney, correct. Eliana, correct. Mercy, correct. Stacy, okay. Raji Big, okay. We have Abigail and Jovian. They are also right. Literally, you'll find that a cock is bigger and bigger. Shalom, I have seen. Thank you so much. So let's go through this. Let's go through these differences between a cock and a hen. Let's go through these differences. We have a cock here. And we shall have the hen the other side. Someone was impressing me that a cock is a father, while a hen is a mother. But it can be correct if you continue saying that a mother chicken. But we don't really encourage you to say so. We don't really encourage you to say so. So let's take a look at these ones for the side of the cock. A cock has a large spur. When a cock has a large spur, it means that a hen has a small spur. And sometimes you cannot see. You cannot see the one of a hen because it is poorly developed, too small. And the use of this spy is for fighting, for defense. It is for defense. So you'll find that because cocks like fighting so much, hens do not like doing that. They don't usually fight. So you realize that that's why hens do not have a big spur. They have poorly developed, too small. So they also have a large comb. So if a cock has a large comb, it means a hen has a small comb. A cock has a large wattle. It means that a hen has a small wattle. When you're giving the differences, you must use 2 words. You can say whereas or while. A cock has a large spur while a hen has a small spur, or does not have. Sometimes you can say so. But a hen has only that it is poorly developed. It is not seen, easily seen. And then we have this one, a cock has a large comb while a hen has a small comb. A cock, this one you're going to draw. Those who are going to write, you will draw here a table where you will have the heading will be differences between a hen and a cock. And then you will have this side will be for the cock, while the other side is for the hen. It should be a table. Don't just write work in a disorganized way. Let me list first all of them. Then we can go through them. So those are the differences between a cock and a hen. If I can start from down, a cock has a large beak, while a hen has a small beak. Someone was able to say that, and that's good. A cock has a long, strong claws, while a hen has small claws. That's true. That is true. The claws are the ones we call nails in human beings. For birds, they are called claws. In animals, or rather in human beings, for you, you have nails. You don't have claws. You have nails. But for chicken or other birds, they have claws. So a cock has a large earlobe, while the hen has a small earlobes or small earlobes. A cock does not lay eggs, while a hen lays eggs. A cock has a large wattle, while a hen has a small wattle. A cock has a large comb, while a hen has a small comb. The comb is the one which is on top of the head. That is the comb, while the wattle is just below the head there. That is the wattle. So these are the differences between a hen and a cock. They are the differences between a hen and a cock, as simple as that. So when we ask you in your examination to give the differences, you will simply give this. You don't need to say, if you say like this, a hen has a cock has a large spur. You compare a spur and the comb of a hen, it will be wrong. When you decide to talk about spur, talk about a spur, the spur for the cock and the spur for the hen. If you're talking about the comb for the cock, talk about the comb for the cock and the comb for the hen. Don't mix them, that a cock has a large comb while a hen has a small wattle. Your answer will be wrong. So those are just issues or other rules that we have in science. You don't mix them. Okay. We are moving on to the next thing, and that is the types of chicken. Types of chicken. Types of chicken. Briefly, can we identify the types of chicken? These ones are three. There are only three types of chicken. Can we identify them? Let's get in the chat and then submit our answers. I see Jovia's hand up, but you can write the answer in the chat. Give the types of chicken. There are only three types of chicken. Let's write our answers in the chat. Yes, Jeremiah has written it, but the spelling is wrong. Stacy has written it, but the answer is wrong. Stout has got it right, correct. Good luck, correct. Joshua, well done. And you, Patricia, not really. Not correct. Eliana, correct. Good luck, correct. Adrian, correct. Abigail, the spelling is not correct. Joshua has written there the wrong one also. Adrian, okay. So these ones have been able to, they have Sydney, correct. Okay, so those are some of the types of chicken that we have. There are only three, and it's good that everybody you have touched all the three types of chicken. So those who did not know the types of chicken are here. Just as I said, that there are only three types of chicken. You don't again write there hens. You don't write there cocks, like some people have done it. Some people have written there that local chicken.
Teacher.
Next one. Yes,
Teacher.
please. Yes.
You have not answered me my question. I've asked it there on the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Everyone can see your message, but if you don't want people to see your message, you can send it direct to the teacher if you want. But if you want everyone to see, you just direct it to everyone. Yeah, you can direct it to everyone, or you direct it to the teacher only, and then it will be the teacher only to see. Or even your friend. If you want to send to your friend, you can send to your friend.
I have not seen it. You have not received it.
The message?
Yes.
What is it about?
Where are earlobes found?
Oh, yeah, I have not seen. The question is not seen here. I have not seen it. The earlobes are found just at the ears, around the head. When you study the head very well, you realize that it also has small ears, very poorly developed. They are not well developed. That's why they are not clear. But when you compare the one for the hen and the one for the cock, you get to realize that the one for the cock are slightly bigger than the other ones for the hen. They have ears, the earlobes are there. They have ears, the earlobes are there. I wish you were in a class. I would have showed you a real one, a real cock and the hen. And then we see.
Please,
Someone try to spoil our screen, please. I don't like that.
Teacher,
Yes.
please, can you send me the other week of the other week?
The what?
The other week, the work.
Oh. Okay, we'll see what to do.
Okay.
So the earlobes are formed just around the ears. Just around the ears, around the head. When you study the head of a bird, any bird has, all birds, they have, though they are poorly developed. That's why we don't usually see them. They are poorly developed, and sometimes they are covered by the feathers. That's why we can't see. So let's move on. So I was telling you that we have 3 different types of chicken, and some people were writing their local chicken. So when they ask you to give the types of chicken, don't bring again local chicken. Tomorrow, or rather next week, we shall be looking at breeds of chicken. When we look at the breeds of chicken, that's when we shall bring in the local and exotic breeds. That will be next week. But for today, we are looking at types of chicken. A type of chicken is a class of chicken kept for a specific purpose. These ones are kept for a specific purpose. It can be maybe for eggs only. It can be for meat. And then there are those ones that we can keep for both meat and egg production. As simple as that. So these are the 3 types of chicken. Then for the case of the breeds are 2. We have the local breeds and then the exotic breeds. So we shall get to know that when we move on. Jeremiah's hand is up. Yes. If you have a question, then you can ask. But if there is no question, then we can continue. So we are talking about the types of chicken. I was telling you that a type is that group or class of animals kept for a specific purpose. It can be types of cattle. In P6, we shall be looking at types of cattle. You get to know that, oh, these ones are kept for this purpose. These ones are kept for this purpose. Like when you look at cattle, there are some kept for milk and some are kept for meat, and some for both meat and milk. But today we are looking at types of chicken. These ones are kept for a specific purpose. Can either be meat or eggs or both. As simple as that. So let's move on. So we say there are 3 main types of chicken kept in our country, Uganda. And it can even be in another country still. So we have the layers, and these ones are specifically kept for egg production. We also have the broilers. The broilers are kept for meat production. And then lastly, we have the dual purpose. The dual purpose, these ones are kept for both meat and egg production. As simple as that. So there is always where children get confused. When we say, give any one type of poultry. If the question is saying, give any one type of poultry, don't say that the broilers, layers, dual purpose. Because the question is saying type of poultry, not type of chicken. If the question is saying, give any one type of chicken, that's when you can mention these ones. You can say, we have the layers, we have the broilers, and then the dual purpose. If it is type of chicken. Then if it is type of poultry.
Excuse me, teacher, someone is writing on the screen.
I say I'm going to take action for that one. I will put you off if you continue disorganizing our screen. I will put you off. I don't like guys who play in class. So let's continue. So we have the this. So I was telling you that If they ask for the types of poultry, you just give hens or chicken, ducks, turkeys, and so on. But if it is type of chicken, give these ones. Give these ones. As simple as that. So let's move on to another thing. Briefly, this is what we intend to talk about today. This is what we intend to talk about today. However, there are some questions that they can ask you about this. Like, for example, they can ask you a question saying, why are broilers regarded as stable birds? Why are broilers regarded as stable birds? Why are they regarded as stable birds? Yes, Austin.
They are eaten for meat.
They are kept for meat, or they are eaten. The answer is correct. They are eaten. As simple as that. Then they can say, name the type of chicken kept, name the type of chicken regarded as table birds. Name the type of chicken regarded as table birds. Yes, Abigail?
Broilers.
These are broilers. Good. Then they can also ask you another question. Name the type of chicken regarded as light birds. Name the type of chicken regarded as light birds. Yes, Joshua?
Layers.
Good. The light birds, just know that those ones are called layers. Why? Okay, just like that. So you need to know that like that. They can ask you and you must be able to give the reason why it is called so. You must be able to give the reason why it is called so. So thank you so much. So we have few questions here that you will have to answer. These questions, you'll have to answer them. They are simple questions. The first one is that, why are quail feathers regarded as flight feathers? You'll give the answer, and then I will demand the answers. We also have given a true importance of feathers to birds. We looked at that last time. We also have stated two differences between a cock and a hen. For this question, since the question starts between a cock and a hen, you don't again start by saying, you don't start your answer with a hen. A hen has this, and here the question starts with a cock. So be keen. If it is starting with a cock, if the question is starting with a cock, start with that very one. A cock has this, while a hen has that, like that. Not again changing, starting with the other one, the later. So let's.
Hello?
One is mentioning two types of art very well, and then you do this one. Next time we are going to talk about the breeds of chicken. We shall be discussing the breeds of chicken next time. We shall look at both the local and the exotic, and then like that. So that's it for now. I want to appreciate everyone for managing to come and participate actively. The class has been so good. Good.
Excuse me, teacher. Excuse me, teacher.
The thing is
Sorry about Teacher Ben's network. Would I answer that in case it is not? Teacher Ben?
Yes, please.
They were raising some queries.
Okay. Okay. Those who have questions, you just raise up your hand, then I give you the platform.
Excuse me.
Your hand.
I got a booze that you lose on a yacht, yeah.
Should we send the work file?
Teacher, I can't see the work.
Just
Teacher, should we send the work via the group?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, for the worker you can put in the group. He will take it. Any other question?
Can you send us the last week's notes?
Yes, I'm going to tell him to send the notes of last week.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you can as well watch the recordings. They normally have the work and the class flow.
Thank you, teacher, for teaching.